How do I know if it's recording? Oh, it says recording. I got my pussy checked today.
You're extra loud.
Okay,
Wow. Yeah. You don't know how to act, and that's the problem.
I did get it checked though. Everybody should get it checked. Nobody better come for me for having ice in my red wine. I don't care. Welcome to our socially distanced drunken mayhem episode this week. We are so far away from each other right now, so we couldn't meet up, but we want to make sure we get an episode out for you guys.
Exactly. It's the consistency for me.
So this week, we're going to talk about double standards in relationships. I mean, I think it was like a month ago, I had asked you guys on my story and Dwayne had asked on his, and this is what you guys voted for. So here it is. We're going to talk about it, and cheers to that.
Cheers.
Dwayne had some business that he had to do. And here we are.
Do you feel like women have to put more effort into a relationship than men?
People expect shit from each sex, I feel like. With women, I feel like it's like domestic duties, or like you said, like being more polished and like fucking looking cute all the time and not, you know what I mean? And then with men, I think it's like this, like women, they hate toxic masculinity, but they also feel like they need to find that in men, right?
And I also feel like I am gonna say I do feel like I get where you're coming from, but I want to say that I almost feel like men have to put in more of an effort, because I feel like nowadays we live in a generation where everything's all about being flashy and you spending to show love. It's not like how it was back in the day. So I feel like for a lot of guys, they know they have to lead with their money, unfortunately. Like they have to live with their money, their jobs, what they can provide. Like a lot of women would be like, it makes sense too. They'll be like, if I'm dating you and we're like, you're over 25, I expect you to not have any roommates and to have like a good paying job and a nice car, or at least a decent running car. But at the same time, there'll be women that say that, and they'll be living at home with mom, and they're still in school. Like they went back to school, which is good. You're bettering yourself, but you're still at home with mom. You share your mom's car. So it's like
those people need to shut the fuck up, though.
Like no, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of people like that. They listen. They also are so busy listening to like the media and stuff, and they're like, this person got a Birkin bag. I want a Birkin bag. And it's like, is a Birkin bag, do they equal love?
Does a Birkin bag equal love?
Yeah.
Birkin equal love. Does it?
I don't know.
You so fucking annoying.
And I think the people that are just like, oh, I'm trying to be like, with like Cardi B and all these other people that are like really big right now, and just be like, well, I want my man to take me here and do this and that. And for the guys also, that's like, I expect my woman to look this type of way.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot from different point of views. And it's like, at the end of the day, what do you want to do? What makes more sense? What's your boundaries, and how far you're willing to like, to work with somebody when dating? And I feel like that's the most important. I feel like it should be about like how much you like the person, because nowadays, who even likes anybody?
No, people really
it's so hard to find genuine like connection. Yeah. So I think like, okay, maybe if that person is older and they might have a roommate, then you can make it work. They at least have a car. They have a roommate, they have a car. Like
my thing is like, I feel like, see, this is what I get annoyed at. I feel like people have these lists, right? And I was one of those people. Like I had like a list, right? Like
your list was annoying.
You're annoying.
It used to be so annoying. And also, I haven't been seeing you lift up your drink. Lift your drink up.
I literally just had it in my hand.
I didn't see it. Cheers, though. I didn't even cheer you.
It's crazy how he bullies me thousands of miles away. Thousands. And he's still.
Oh, wow. That's what I'm doing.
I don't know what I was saying. Oh, my list. I was talking about my list. So I used to have a list, right? Like, and it took me nowhere, because everybody I've dated previously in life was just like a waste of my fucking time. So like, I feel like these people might have checked off certain things on my list, but like, and now that I think about it, like it was all like, some of it was physical, but most of it was like just stupid shit. Like it was dumb. Like, and I feel like a lot of people have
Because
lists. What?
you definitely realize that a lot of the things on your list were just shallow things,
Right. And I feel like a lot of people
like things that weren't really that important.
right.
And when it comes to double standards, what makes me mad about it is I feel like most people that have them are the ones that are going against what their standards are.
Right.
And
And they gotta do their own
when I
work.
say that, I say that because it'll be like a woman is like, oh, I want to be independent, this and that. I don't need anything for a man. But when I do have one, he better be paying for all my meals. We don't split stuff. And he needs to be the man of the household. But if he expects me to cook and clean, like, I'm not about to do that. And it's like, you can't have these traditional values of a man taking care of you, but you don't want to do the things that a wife is supposed to do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That people feel like you're supposed to do. Like, if you're really out here and you're like, well, if you're gonna, I want you to be the primary breadwinner and make sure we're secure and you take care of everything, then you gotta cook, clean, have sex when
And also get beat.
it's pinpointed.
I feel like men have lists, right? Like these imaginary lists, and women have these imaginary lists. And I feel like at the end of the day, like you're chasing a false list. Like you're literally chasing, you're chasing material things and things that don't fucking matter, versus, you know, finding somebody that you connect with on like a spiritual level, and like, you know, that you can really build something with together. And
Yeah.
I feel like, and I say this all the time, and I feel like I sound like a broken record because I say this probably every fucking episode, but
Say
like
it again.
people don't understand that when you get into a relationship, you are two individual people. Like I feel like nobody really grasps that. I feel like you have to think of the person you're dating as like literally your best friend, right? So like whether or not, like if I'm not doing good or whatever the case is, like me and Dwayne, like we gonna be friends regardless. So why would that change if me and Dwayne were dating? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't change. Like that shouldn't change. Like it should be, the foundation should be like your best friend that you trust and you believe in. Like, so there's something that you could always communicate. Like I feel like people just expect things without talking about it too. So I think that's why like all these double standards come up, because like people don't talk about it. Like shit, this wine getting me lit. Okay, so I tried to look for it, I can't find it, but there was basically like the Shade Room had posted like some shit about, it was a conversation between a girl and her man, and he basically in the conversation, like he mentioned that like he's the one who pays all the bills or whatever, so he expects that she like, you know, the house is kept up and like she cooks and cleans or whatever. And she was like, well, you never
communicated that.
You never
She
communicated
basically was
that.
like, yeah, this is nothing I've had to do before. Because he was like, you could even make sure like I have fresh underwear, like buy underwear for me when you go shopping for yourself, like little essentials if I'm like working all the time. And she was like, well, that's nothing that you never ever expected that from me, so why would I start doing that now?
Yeah. So I literally like that to me actually, like I don't, that was just hella miscommunication. Like I was just like, I feel like it was stupid. Like I agree, like where it's something that he should have communicated it before. Do I think that he's asking for a lot? Not really. You don't gotta worry
Especially
about
you.
bills and shit, bitch.
Yeah. How many pairs of underwear do you need?
Like you need 20 pairs, I'm gonna get you them 20
Yeah,
pairs. And I
like
feel like
no, seriously.
I feel like women start to feel like they're getting devalued. But if you are somebody who wants to be domesticated and you want to take care of your man and you want to cook and you want to clean and you don't want to worry about bills, that is literally fine. Like you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to feel like, you know what I mean? And if that's not what you want, then you want to be an independent woman, and that's great. I mean, I feel that way. Like I don't want to be domesticated, but honestly, like I make my own money. I don't ask my man for money. You know what I'm saying? I don't care whether he gives me money or not, whether he buys me gifts or not. It doesn't affect me, and I would never hold him accountable to buying me shit because I could buy my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Does he buy me shit? Yes. But like, do I expect it? No, because I decided that I want to be an independent woman and that I don't want to live a domesticated lifestyle. Therefore, I am not with somebody that is going to quote unquote take care of me in that way.
You singing some Destiny Child over here.
Period. right? I mean, it's literally date to what you want. Like, I feel like people are mad fucking weird. Like, why are people weird like that? Like, first of all, why are you worried about anybody else's relationships anyway? Is like, I don't know. Let me drink more.
We also can't forget about our same sex relationships double standards, because
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of double standards in those situations where people are expected to be like, since it's like usually two men or two women, like in the situations there's always, I feel like, this underline of who's more dominant, and it's like there's no who's more dominant.
Yeah.
Nowadays, even when we look at like relationships with men and women, there's really not even a lot of relationships where there's someone that's dominant. It's like a partnership, because
hundred
a lot
percent.
of days, a lot of women are submissive.
Yeah. So I feel like, yeah.
Even the ones that are at home, like they're like, I run this stuff. Like you might pay the bills, but I'm running everything. I'm making sure like the checks are being sent out, and I'm taking care of, home, or if they have kids, I'm raising kids. So it's definitely like a partnership.
Yeah, I agree. It's always negatively like impacted on somebody if they're not masculine, right? And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that has to like go down a little bit, because I mean, what you like is what you like. So if you like somebody that's like sensitive, and just get a Pisces man, because just
Oh my gosh. But
but
again, I
like,
think
no,
that still
seriously
falls
though,
back
like,
into that category of like just certain people that have like that ignorance of, expecting that double standard,
right.
or expecting like, well, if I'm more like on the softer side, I want somebody that's more hard. And it's just like, it doesn't, no, it doesn't have to be like that, because society says that's how it is.
Honestly, mind your fucking business and like what you like. And that's pretty much it. Because literally, like, at the end of the day, society can create all of these double standards, but your relationship is your own, and you're the one that creates the standards and the boundaries for that relationship.
Yeah. No, that's
And
so
it doesn't
true.
matter what anybody else fucking says. And this is primarily why I keep my relationship private, and I don't let myself be affected by like shit that I see on social media, because everybody's peachy and dandy. Everybody got a motherfucking opinion on social media. Everybody in the comments on Shade Room got an opinion about what the fuck is
Mm-hmm.
being said, but their life at home be trash.
Yeah.
And they don't communicate, and they're getting treated like shit, or they don't feel worth, like, they don't feel like they're worth anything, because their partner makes them feel like shit, and yet they got
Yeah.
something to say. At the end of the day, I feel like gender norms need to just be thrown out the window. It is what it is.
Throw
Whoever,
them out.
throw them out. You act however you fucking want. If you're an independent person that wants to do your own shit, don't expect to be like coddled unless you communicate that. Like, you just have to fucking communicate. Like, hello, like, this is what I like. Is that something that's okay with you? Do you think that you can do that for me? I feel like people also, like, they see like having to like, they expect people to know what they want without saying it.
Yeah.
So like, society like gives us all these gender norms and all these double standards, right? Like, we see it on social media all the time. If you communicate like, this is the type of person I am, like, this is how I like things, like, is that something that's okay with you? Like, that's normal. Like, and if
Mm-hmm.
it's not okay, keep it fucking pushing. Why so strong?
Why is it so strong? And a little bit more. That's it. Pour a little bit more.
I feel like my eyes are, they're losing themselves.
Oh my gosh. They better find themselves.
Look how cute my space buns are.
They are nice.
I forgot what we were talking about.
You did. You were going in. You just went in low key, but it's
Did I
cool.
really?
You said what you said.
Wine be getting me mad.
Yeah, I think we hit a lot of really good points of like the double standards that come from each side, honestly, of like how men feel like a lot of them, they have to be able to like flaunt off what they have, or like have a lot in order to be in a relationship, and in women that are just like under a lot of pressure to be something that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
Out here having feeling like they have to compete with the Kardashians, when the Kardashians can't even compete with their old selves.
Like, don't be pausing me.
I'm sorry, I had to pause real quick.
This is crazy.
Okay.
I
Wow, I'm
never in
back.
my life have been disrespected like
You have.
no, I haven't. How you gonna disrespect me like that? I just think there's a person for everybody. So I feel like people need to stop shaming people for what they like. If you are a man who wants to provide and pay the bills for somebody and whatever, and you want somebody who wants to stay home and be submissive, then you want that. And that's okay. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
And if you're a
Yeah.
woman who wants to do the same thing and wants a man that's not that, like, you know, like deacon masculine and wants to be more submissive, that doesn't make him any less of a man if he treats you the way that you want to be fucking treated. Like, it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about how somebody makes you feel. It's all about how, like, how they value your boundaries and they value like your opinions and things like that. Like, that's literally all that matters. Like, what the fuck does it matter if
Yeah.
somebody is more submissive or if somebody is more masculine or whatever? Like, what the fuck does that matter if all that really matters is how you get treated in the end? Like, it is what the fuck it is. But I do think that social media does a really bad job of like of creating these norms for like for toxic masculinity and things like that. Like, I really think that social media plays a big part because people see what they want to see on the internet and they kind of
And
go.
not only that, but just like the media, music, television, like all of that plays a part in how people feel like relationships should be.
Yeah.
Do you believe that there's a double standard in dating? Or do you feel like it just honestly is something that's based on other people's own insecurities? Like, what is
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yeah. What
What
is
is it? What's projecting these double standards?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, do you think
Yes.
that, yeah, pretty much. And do you think social media has an influence on it? Because I think it does.
Yes. Preach.
Wholeheartedly.
And also I want y'all to wait, let me see.
Here we
If
go.
y'all can guess, if you can guess where I am at also.
He's so annoying.
Extra
When I
annoying.
look
You
out
already
my window, all
know.
I see is a snowstorm. So here we are.
Maybe that's what you deserve. You don't know how to act.
How I don't know how to act.
Anyway, on that note,
Cheers.
cheers.
Thanks for coming to our socially distanced drunken mayhem episode.